too many notes for the draft because I felt like TODAK got a dream draft last game. I felt like they really did have the better draft in the game, and they weren't able to do anything with it. So after that, there are no notes. It's just draft something you're comfortable with and play it better. Get something out of the early game. Here are your first stage bans. Nothing crazy.
I do really wanted to see an Aurelian Soul. I think that champion looks, as a model, I think it looks really sick, in my opinion. I think it's the sickest model.
Have you heard his voice?
Oh, I have not. I've just seen the character, but I haven't really heard his voice.
You need to, after this game, while we're in our short break, you need to go find Aurelian Soul voice lines, because he has the coolest voice.
He looks cool.
We'll head through this.
Yeah. He looks cool. He looks really sick, but yeah.
Draft, what has been picked, given that the Aurelian Soul has been banned out, is the Orianna. I want to see Orianna Alistair here. Because the Alistair also made it through this ban list. You have Zake, who is a former League of Legends pro player on the support role. Get him the best support, and you can combo it with that Orianna as a ball carrier. Especially with the Corki. That's a very good team comp. Homiee on the opposite side do prioritize getting a Gragas and Vi.
It seems like Corki on the side of TODAK once more, but will it be paid on Febby though? But yeah, they probably really like this Corki, but with all those kills that he got on the first match, it didn't really matter, so we'll have to see if they could actually turn this around for TODAK. One more win for Homiee to take this all the way to the finals.
I'm really kind of sad. It looks like, by the way, we do have confirmation it is CY running the Azrael, so I apologize for slandering their good name earlier. It is Leaf in the Jungle. But it looks like Homiee are just getting their ideal draft here. This is a better draft than they had last game that they won. TODAK are going to try and throw a spanner in the works here, grabbing a Janna, Wukong, Camille as their final three. But this is very lightweight. They're not going to win a front-to-back team fight this way. They need to find really good assassination fights out of the Janna CC. And frankly, I think Homiee have won this draft phase, especially considering how they like to play. They have the Vi for this early aggressive jungle control, the early aggressive objective control, and then they just have a really, really solid team fight behind.
And also, they do sell merchandises on their website. They do sell like clothes, caps, and bags. Other than that, they actually, you guys could check it out on Steam. They actually have a game that's made by a TODAK studio, and it's called TODAK.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're a game studio. They have a Mobile Legends team. That's really cool.
Mobile Legends,
and it's
Dota
even more cool. It's even more cool that this hostile company is absolutely destroying them. Now 2 games in a row.
Nothing related to games for Homiee, but apparently they're very good at Wild Rift.
They're making the Rift their home.
Alright. But let's take a look at the strategies so far coming in. But yeah.
I've never heard somebody be so disappointed by one of my puns. You were so sad.
I'm not sure how to respond to puns, man. But I'll probably throw one at you once it pops up my mind.
No, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if we can do it in this game 2.
I'll be even more depressed. Game number 3, as we were saying, has kicked off. It's been relatively slow to start. Both junglers did head down towards this bottom line. Whereas always, Homiee would like to prioritize control of this Dragon Pit. A 3v3 developing awfully fast, make it 4v2 if TDK can get this positioning right. TODAK now being swarmed though as it develops into a full-on 4v4. Pulverize will start this fight off so well for Liang. Fabi is hard split from this fight, has to spend the Valkyrie to escape. Nobody goes down, but the majority of TODAK are going to need to back and reset, which is going to cost them valuable CS.
Homiee getting the aggression once again, like I've been telling you since the beginning of game 1 and game 2, they are really aggressive. But this time, like you said, no first blood. Unlike the previous matches, TODAK always getting the first blood. But could this be something different here? Could Homiee get the first blood instead?
Now, Xian will go in. Liang instantly pulverize headbutt combos them deep into the rest of the team. They'll leave a clone behind as a sacrifice and survive, but you can see these jungle invades from Homiee starting to take away TODAK's own control of the map way earlier on than games 1 or 2.
I feel like TODAK, they really need to catch up on killing any one of Homiee's, basically pickoffs, because I feel like Homiee, they do really well in the later stage of the game. Not as like champions, but I feel like as a team, they're really good.
Yeah, it's where you can start to see that coordination. It's winning them control of these early games really paying off. Once Homiee get to a phase where it is all about team fighting and map positioning, they are playing in their own domain.
Was that a pun? Home? Home
I was avoiding
domain?
it. Because you yelled at me last time. You were so disappointed. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Call it out. Oh, rough times. Ultimate blown here. Zen forcing BaseX all the way back behind turret.
But 15 seconds left on the Drake, and we know what Homie's gonna do. We know what Homiee loves to do.
Yeah. It's been all Drake all the time, and TODAK are still doing the same thing they did for the rest of this series, which is not contest the Drake, and instead send their jungler, Xian, all the way up here to the top side to see if they can find anything.
I feel like TODAK will be contesting this. They do have 3 champions down at the Drake area, but Homiee, once again, making Drake their home. Screw it, I'm doing it now.
They're just staying overnight. This will be a very easy Drake pit to pick up, and over on the top side, it will be a turret and trade.
This happened last game too. It's the same, almost the same draft on Homiee, almost the same storyline. Okay, but would you say taking the tower is better, or what do you think? You think this is a mistake on TODAK's side, not taking the Drake?
It's hard. First turret tank, the taking of the first turret gives you extra gold, right? So they are getting, like you can see, they did get a gold lead off of that. But I do think Drakes in Wild Rift are extra important for the effect they have on the Elder. So it's an investment. It's TODAK saying, we're going to be able to do more in this mid-game with the gold that Homiee are going to be able to do over the course of the game because they have the extra stats and because they will get bonus stats from the Elder.
I feel like TODAK will need this gold money they got to keep Camille up and running, because I feel like that Camille needs to actually get onto Ezreal, otherwise it'll just be like last game again. With Wukong as well going in onto Ezreal.
Yeah, I mean, Camille is a very effective assassin, but so is Akali. And we didn't see the Akali over on Beta X do too much.
That's true, that's true. But here comes the first Rift Herald, and it's going to be TODAK first. Oh, this is a change.
What is this dark sorcery? TODAK the first to arrive at an objective. Here come Homiee, raining in the damage, looking for the steal. It will not happen. TODAK get the Rift Herald. A deep dive onto their backline will cause trouble, but the Hextech ultimatum is dropped. Liang cannot exit. Xion will flash away over the wall to safety. Nobody dies in this entire team fight, and TODAK are able to drift all the way back through the choke point and escape with their lives and the Rift Herald.
Alright, so a positive sign for TODAK so far in the game. But same as game 1, they actually did take the Rift Herald as well, but they still lost. But who knows, TODAK, always have a chance. Always have a chance.
Always have a chance, and this time have the chance to build their gold lead. If they can use this Rift Herald effectively, they can maybe gain such a gold advantage during this mid-game that we never get to see the effects of the Drake. A dive in from Xion will start things off. Fabi, in the meantime, isolated by LCC, who will be forced away. Fabi able to trade that as good as he got. About even half HP. The Janna turret shield also paying dividends here, as Sake can keep that early turret damage that Homiee love from adding up too much.
So far, not many towers are going down. This feels like the slowest tower down I've seen so far. But they will, there will be one tower down on Homie's side, but so far it's kind of slow for once.
And remember, TODAK are sitting on that Rift Herald. It's in Xion's pocket. So they're probably holding it for this Drake fight. And if TODAK can do that, smart. If they can turn this Rift Herald, as they are doing, into a successful Drake, like, that's a very good early game.
But they will use this Rift Herald to take this bottom turret.
And goes in. Xion in trouble as they kite away. The Rift Herald's still there. Good old Sheldon sitting down there in the bot lane uncontested. Killing some minions. Farming up some CS. As Homiee draw their attention towards this Drake. They value it so highly. They may sacrifice another turret charge for it. And it's hard to take because TODAK are fighting this properly, raining in damage. TP will come in. This is Zen arriving in the fight. Xion will dive the backline simultaneous to the Alistar. A Monsoon splits the fight. Sake keeping everyone up. Famous kites all the way back with the Fiora ult on them, just raining up the damage. Drake goes over to TODAK as they steal it away. A massive smite fight win for Xion, and yet again, nobody dies, but TODAK win the objective.
Once again, I think TODAK is starting to understand what's happening now. They're getting the playstyle correctly. At the same time, the bottom turret is getting pushed.
That Rift Herald did charge. That Rift Herald, they got left alone in the bottom lane, did get another charge off. I just find that very funny.
But you can see how Homiee was really into this Drake, even letting that Rift Herald doing its own thing. At the end, TODAK managed to win that. So I'm happy for TODAK for actually achieving this. They have been losing a lot of objectives, but this time it's a different story. It's a different game. They're looking well so far.
They may be driving us all the way to a game 4 here, as this one has started off very well for them. They're able to trade the Drakes even. They're trading the turrets to an advantage right now. With the Baron up, Homiee have more objectives on the map to worry about. We'll see how they can play that. Previously, Homiee have been really in control of the macro game around these objectives, able to manage them very effectively. So the Baron may provide the additional leverage they need. You know, they can trade a Drake for it.
This running animation from Camille is pretty...
Do you like Camille?
I don't know, it's like skip... Not really,
She's
but
got
that's
knife
very
legs.
funny. Yeah, but I think she's not that cool. But I like the animation, the way she runs. She's like skipping.
Yeah.
It's like skipping in slow motion. Midair.
I'd have knife legs, to be honest. Liang in the bush will start this off. Oh, what a meaty true shot. Monsoon to answer, though, heals everyone up and rolls very low. Will go over the wall. That's not where they thought that ultimate was going. And instantly punished as a result. Sake actually takes first blood of the game there and continues to chase. A dive will continue to work out for TODAK as a double kill gets passed over to Fabi. And this is going to be the Baron. TODAK turn the series here. This could be a game-winning push if they can turn the Baron into 2-3 turrets. That's massive.
Can Homiee take this? No, they're not able to steal it. Well, it's kind of hard with all the champions alive up on TODAK. But I do get the mid turret in the hands of Zen.
And that is something to pay attention to. Fiora is nothing to sneer at if they're allowed to scale up uncontested.
If you look at the towers here, though, they have taken the mid tower completely off of TODAK. An advantage to Homiee in terms of a map. They can go left and right, but I feel like TODAK is definitely the one that's actually winning here.
Yeah, and it's almost Drake time again, our most favorite of times. With the Baron in hand, it looks really hard for Homiee to have access to it. So this lead is going to keep snowballing.
I just realized that Fabi has a very adorable skin. Did you see that? It's a corgi. It's a corgi, man.
Yeah, a corgi.
Oh, I get that one now.
Zen playing this fight very well. Yeah. Fiora is just such a fun champion to watch. Drake is up. Baron is in hand as well, which I bring up because TODAK actually haven't done that much with it. They won the Baron fight, they got the gold, but since then they've been struggling to get any turrets or anything like that. Shockwave! Oh, Flash needed to be burned just now. Barrier and Arcane Shift, actually, from CY to survive as an opportunity was found there in the mid lane. Famous forcing most of the kit out of the opposing Ezreal, and that actually will net TODAK 2 turrets on the map. 3 turrets as they grab another in the mid lane.
So this was what I was talking about before the game started, that on the first match they were playing...
Oh,
wait a minute.
Cyclone in, big knock up. Xion will be so far forward here, disrupting the back lines, now resets to another bush, and they're going to keep going. Famous providing so much damage from this Orianna, and the Hextech Ultimatum is dropped on top of the deep backline dive. Roll should die, but it's a Fiora pickup instead. The Monsoon is cancelled. There will be no more Janna from Sack 8, and the dive's going to keep on coming. Fabi needs to do the kiting of their life as Zen again arrives on the front lines, and Fabi has the answer. LCK, with so much damage, will go down, and this is the pressure over the wall from Famous. But they may have ceded a lot here as Homiee have just turned to pick up this Drake. They say it's okay, this trade was pretty even. We're going to get the Ocean Drake, though.
Looks like Homiee, there is still a chance for them to definitely come back here, even though TODAK looks a little bit well off so far. But as I was saying before that team fight, TODAK on the first match, they were a bit rushed. Second game, they were a bit very slow. But in this third game, it seems like they found the perfect Goldilocks balance, as you have said.
Yeah, they're able to provide some pressure during the early game. And now that we arrive in the mid-late game, around that 15-minute mark, you can start paying attention to what that enables, what they have arrived at. The Orianna from Famous is looking so scary right now, and they're about to complete Rabadons, which is, of course, a massive damage spike. You know, this is potentially a very, very good late-game teamfight for TODAK if they can land all of their ultimates.
But they almost lost a team fight down there near the Drake before they took the Drake down there for TODAK. So if Homiee could replicate that once more, TODAK needs to tread carefully for sure. And I feel like there's going to be a fight here on the next objectives.
Baron up. Homiee certainly zoning for it. I don't know that they want to fight right now. TODAK have a ward on it, so they won't feel the need to fight.
You can see Vi just spinning around 360. There's a little dance there.
Yeah!
Waiting for something to happen.
Well, we're gonna pause until the Elder Drake comes up. We're gonna have the Elder Infernal. Unless somebody makes a mistake. The tornado will land, rolls decently tanky here though. Xion goes in, able to find CY all alone here on the Ezreal, sorry. But that will be all, just a little bit of poke damage, and our game continues to stall.
They're just playing around near this Baron. They really, Homiee really wants it, but TODAK knows what's up.
Liang has to flash forward. Monsoon will keep the backline safe as LCC is pulled back in by a shockwave. LCC needs to get out of here, and a cyclone from Xion will find the kill. That's a massive opportunity. Zen also isolated on the backlines. Famous will knock them into GA. Out of the res, they cannot find the instant kill. Needs to be chased down, but Xion will do it again with the aid of Famous. 2 kills over to TODAK.
6-1. We haven't seen a score like this from the last game, for TODAK at least, dominating this one in terms of kills. And they're also 4K lead as well, and 5K, and not 5K, sorry, 5 tower leads here for TODAK.
Looking for the Baron as well. Roll round the side. Beta able to zone them off. And this means TODAK are well and truly in control of the game. Because take a peek at the bottom half of your map and tell me what time it's about to be.
Yeah, Drake time.
Drake time, baby!
There we go. Your favorite Drake time. But during that fight, Camille did manage to die, and it was up to Ezreal doing all the damage left, but it just wasn't enough for Homiee to burst them down. It looks like TODAK's definitely doing this.
Yeah, this Elder Drake, it's hard to feel that this isn't just the entire game here. If Homiee are able to grab it, but they can't leave the mid lane, not with the Baron buff. Kind of racing down it. There's the Elder Infernal on the map, and Homiee, despite really wanting it, have no access.
I think TODAK's ignoring this for now. That they want to take the mid turrets, or maybe just do some chip damage before taking it.
Baytax all alone will hook shot away as the damage gets a little bit too close. Mid lane, that skirmish does break out. LCC escapes with very low HP. Baytax now in trouble. That was a connected ultimate. Hextech ultimatum will be spent. Roll cleanses it and will survive. Turret does fall in mid. That's an inhibitor. Now super minions are constantly going to be pouring down that lane, and that should mean that TODAK can get the Elder Infernal with no trouble at all.
DTax responding this by distracting Homiee. The mid turret was going down. I didn't care.
Homiee going for it. They know they have to steal the Drake or it doesn't matter. Raw will zone, go over the wall. Xion does chase. What a shockwave! An incredible shockwave to start this fight, but it doesn't find any kills. Rolls down to half HP and regenning. Monsoon will set things up though. It's a 2 deep dive from Roll as they try to start something off onto Famous and get shut down in response. Zen taking the front lines, will spend the ultimate but not be able to confirm the kill onto Xion and has to kite back through the bush. It's going to be Liang, and the front lines instead is Alistair. Pumping damage over the wall is CY, but he can't do enough. Everyone's dead. LCC and Zen both falling back through this Baron lane as TODAK chase with an intention to end the game, and I think they will. We're going to game number 4 as our series is brought closer. Games 1 now to 2.